Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to Diplomats Desk. I am your host Meet Shah. New York City just made a global headlines. Its new Muslim mayor Zohran Mamdani has called India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi a war criminal and even said he'd have Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu arrested if he came to New York. Now, can a city mayor words shake the world order? Let's find out. On November 5th, 2025, Zohran Mamdani was elected mayor of New York City. During his campaign, he called Prime Minister Modi a war criminal, referencing the 2002 Gujarat riots, a statement that sparked outrage in India and among the diaspora. In September, Mamdani went further, saying he'd have Netanyahu arrested, pointing to an ICC arrest warrant issued in 2024 for alleged war crimes in Gaza. Of course, under US law, a city mayor has no authority to arrest a foreign head of state, but symbolically his words matter. Remember, New York City is not just another American city, it's the world's diplomatic capital, hosting the United Nations, 190 consulates, and some of the largest diaspora populations on earth. So, even if a mayor cannot make a foreign policy, his words influence how the world sees America and how communities within the city view each other. First, let's talk about America. US foreign policy is decided in Washington's not City Hall. But when a city leader makes inflammatory global statements, it puts pressure on the White House to clarify or distance itself. NYC also has massive Jewish and Indian communities. These remarks risk dividing neighborhoods, sparking protests, and challenging police and community relations teams. And let's not forget, New York is the financial heartbeat of the world. Headlines here can spook investors faster than any policy memo. For India, this is about image and influence. When the mayor of America's biggest city attacks India's leader, the story dominates Indian media. It reignites the old debates about diaspora politics, Hindu phobia, and Western double standards. Diplomatically, the Indian consulate in New York might face tense interactions, especially during high level visit or cultural events. Even business deals like city level partnerships or trade delegations could quietly stall if investors sense political hostility. For Israel, Mamdani's comments cut deep, saying you'd arrest an ally's prime minister, especially one under ICC scrutiny, adds fuel to the already polarizing debates about Palestine, Gaza, and anti Semitism. Israel officials and Jewish groups in New York have already voiced alarm, and while federal law makes his arrest claim impossible, symbolically it strains ties between local Jewish communities and city halls. Diplomacy runs on trust, and that trust just took a hit. So what happens next? Scenario 1, the mayor doubles down, New York becomes a flashpoint, embassies issues protests, and the White House is forced into damage control. Scenario 2, he pivots once in office, Mamdani focuses on housing, policing, and transit, letting the foreign policy noise fade. Scenario 3, a flashpoint, say a protest at an Indian and Israel consulate turns violent, forcing coordination between City Hall, NYPD, and federal agency. In that moment, ideology meets reality. And here's the bigger lesson. When leaders govern from rigid ideology, whether radical left or right, they risk turning governance into activism. City leadership should be about infrastructure, safety, and unity, not foreign policy theater. When rhetoric replaces realism, investors lose confidence, and communities lose cohesion, and democracy loses credibility. In the end, New York's mayor doesn't set US foreign policy, but from this stage, the microphone is global. Words from City Hall can echo all the way to New Delhi and Jerusalem. The real test for Zohran Mamdani and for voters everywhere is whether leadership can balance conviction with responsibility. Because in the world disconnected, diplomacy begins at home. Thanks for watching Diplomats Desk. See you in the next one.